Hiya. So I'm having a decaffeinated coffee with almond milk. I'm going to have some grapes and I'm going to have some watermelon, which I can spit, as you can see. Look at a little bowl there, put the lid on from last night. Obviously didn't eat a whole watermelon. So, well, I say obviously, sometimes we can eat a whole watermelon. I feel a little bit better than I did last night. I feel like a bit delicate. I feel a bit tired. I feel a bit tummy achy. I feel a bit headachy, a bit groggy. So I feel like it's just a bit of a pre-cold sort of thing, that type of thing. So yeah, it's just a matter now of being cautious so that I don't comfort eat.
Excuse me, look.
Yeah, he's nice, isn't he? Look at him.
He sells ice creams.
Yeah, let's show him. Look. That's Benji. Okay. That's Benji's little jap he's made. I've just been laying on the sofa with Benjamin. It's about 9 o'clock now, so I'll food. Alright. So yeah, I'll give you give you a shout when I eat next. I've just got to be cautious not to I've got to feed myself well as well. Sometimes I don't want to eat. Nice, isn't he? He sells ice creams. Alright, let's have some food.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I just had to get the person off the ladder. Person off the ladder. Put that there.
Put it on his head.
There.
There he is. Oh, he's very nice.
You can pretend he's actually walking. Can you get?
You can pretend he's actually walking. Alright then, yes, so I've just got to be cautious of my wanting to overeat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I eat regularly and I'm going to eat carefully. I'm not going to go for a long period of time without eating.
I'm growing!
So I'll see you in a bit. I'm just having another decaffeinated coffee with almond milk, and I've just been sitting here. I haven't really moved very much. I've just been thinking about doing a video on check that one up here. Engaging with joy and small pleasures. Just because I've been thinking about how I just hang on. Do this way around, otherwise I'm just talking while I'm showing you a cup of coffee. I've been thinking about the way in which, as sugars come out of my life, sometimes my brain says, "Well, what are you going to do now? What have you got to look forward to now? What are you going to, And I just it suddenly made me realise that if my brain thinks the only thing I've got to look forward to is sugar, then it's a pretty sad situation, isn't it? So I thought I'd have a little chat about, sort of put together, don't think I'll do it now, put it done in, but I think if I, it'll just be filled with ums and ahs otherwise, just like then. I think I'm gonna, so I thought I'll do a video about engaging with joy and small pleasures and kind of the work I've done so far along the way to kind of try and bring a little bit more joy in my life. I've sort of worked for quite a while to try and engage with the small pleasures. I was trying to combat the depression that I felt at the time when my kiddies were small, and I was trying to I think when you have children, sometimes you can easily slip into a place of kind of giving up all the stuff you had, to kind of, I call it like relinquish, you just relinquish all of yourself to make sure that they're well and happy. I think sometimes you can go too far and then you end up losing everything that you ever had. And I think that the sort of engaging in small pleasures was a way of my brain to kind of re-engage with those things. So I think that links in with that as well. So I'll do a video on that at some point. In the meantime, I'm just going to just sit and drink this drink. Talking of small pleasures, my little boy brought me that Lego thing, and he said to me, you have to make something cool out of it. So I was like, okay, I will. So I've just been sitting playing with Lego for quite a fair while. It's quite nice. So and he's come back through and he's collected the thing I've made him. So yes, and I'm just going to sit and drink this second drink. I've had some watermelon, had some grapes. Just realised I also bought some satsumas because the delivery arrived yesterday. So it's like magic fruit arriving in your house without you even having to go outside. Okay then, I'll see you in a bit next time I eat. One whole meal, piece of bread, 400 gram loaf, half healthy extra, 15 grams, peanut butter, 4.5 cents. Decaffeinated coffee with almond milk and some more watermelon, plus some Marmite on my toast. Oh yeah, I'm just taking a sit down break. I have had a shower. I am dressed, ready for the day. I feel a lot better. I still feel like a bit weak. I don't feel like I've quite got as much energy as I would normally have, but I certainly feel a lot better. I'm just watching, so basically what I've been doing is just been, I've got a lot of mess in the house, because obviously if you don't do continual tidying up with kids, it accumulates extraordinarily quickly, and just with general life in terms of eating and such, there's a lot of things to tidy up. So I'm just trying to, I've got a bit of a thing going on whereby I'm trying to not be like a martyr about it. I'm trying not to be like, oh my gosh, why do I have to tidy up everything all the time, blah blah blah, which leads me into wanting to eat to comfort myself. So I sort of trying to, that's usually why I just wear my headphones, to block that thought out, because my body's quite happy doing it, it's my brain that doesn't want to do it. So I've been watching Debbie on Slimming World right from the beginning. I joined Debbie on Slimming World sort of maybe halfway through her journey. I'd sort of seen it pop up in the feed for a little while, but I hadn't kind of watched. And it was ages ago when I saw her, maybe sort of. I suppose I've been maybe watching her from baby sort of a year, maybe just over a year, and I hadn't watched right from the beginning, if you know what I mean. I'd watched kind of just sort of maybe from halfway through and stuff. So I thought, well, normally at these points when I'm trying to block my brain out and I need to do something for about 3 or 4 hours, I tend to watch Jane Day right from the beginning, and always makes me feel a bit like a stalker, basically watching people all the time. But I think we're all the same as each other, so it's okay. But I decided I'd have a go at Debbie right from the beginning. So I think also I struggle as well because lots of people have adverts on their channel, and I think I totally don't begrudge it, because I think it's obviously, I think it's a good way of supporting people's channel. And if you watch it, then I don't know the rules of whether it gives people money or what. I don't really know. It probably supports YouTube or something like that. I don't know enough about it, but basically all I know is that I struggle when I need to watch something for about 3 hours or so, and I basically got my hands in washing up water, and or kind of I tend to sort of tuck my phone away. I've got like a little pouch on my apron. Let's show you that. I've got like a little pouch on my apron, which I tend to sometimes also just put my phone in. I just got my headphones if I'm doing kind of work around the house, like, you know, putting clothes away or something like that. And so if adverts keep popping up, then I'm basically stuck listening to this advert for however many minutes it's on. And I know it's very selfish, and I know it's very, like, but it's like sometimes it's almost worse than kind of listening to nothing. So I tend to gravitate towards channels without adverts, even though I feel a bit bad, because I think, well, you should watch the ones with adverts because that supports in some way. But I tend to gravitate the ones without adverts just so I can listen, and it's usually listening. I rarely actually watch, because obviously you tend to be doing something else at the same time. I sometimes watch while I'm washing up, because obviously you don't really need to overly look at what you're washing up all the time. So yeah, and that's because obviously Debbie hasn't got any adverts on her channel, so that tends to be why I've getting grumpy with his Jubilee. That tends to be why yeah, that's why I've chosen to have a little watch of Debbie SW. I don't know if Debbie watches my channel. If you do, hello. Thank you for doing your YouTube channel for so long. It's great to it's alright. He's in the grumble. I think he might be getting hungry. I think I'm going to go and feed him. Yeah, okay then. I'm going to go and do my jobs. Okay then, lots of love. Oh, I've had a little break now. I'm going to go and plug myself back in and carry on. See you in a bit. Hiya, I'm just going to have a pear. Just going to have a bit more watermelon. We've nearly eaten our way through it. Just having a satsuma and some grapes. I've just cooked some potatoes and carrots, some roast potatoes and carrots. So I'm just having a couple of these while I wait.
I know what that is. I'm eating some grapes.
You're eating some grapes, aren't you, my boy? So this evening I've got some broccoli, potatoes. These are the new potatoes. We've got carrots. So yeah, roasted new potatoes, roasted carrots. Leftover spaghetti bolognese, baked beans, those sort of meat-free from Sainsbury's ones. I've got 1.5 of those. So I suppose half a tin, I think, because they're 2 for half a tin. Alright, we're going to eat. Okay, so I've just had, I'm just having my daughter's burger, which means I've had 2.5 burgers, which is probably, should we say, a sin? So we'll say 1 sin. I'm pretty full now. I've also got some water.
And I've got the movie.
And Benjamin's making puppets out of his food. Alright. Okay, I probably should have videoed this as I was putting in the bowl, because I have got an immense amount of complicated healthy extra combinations and sins. But basically I've got I've basically got my full amount of sins in here, and I've gone up to 15 sins. So there's like, I was at 5.5 sins, so I've got 9.5 sins worth of dried fruit, and I have 1.5 healthy extras worth of nuts. I have 7 cashew nuts, I have 1.5 Brazil nuts, I have 1 walnut, I have 4 almonds, and I have 2 dates, 2 apricots, and 3 prunes. So that's all kind of adds up to the right amount in the end. I'll be there for 3 days trying to explain my my individual nut maths. But yeah, that all adds up to the right amount accordingly. And I'm going to sit and enjoy this. I haven't had fruit and nuts for like dried fruit and nuts for a little while, and I've quite enjoyed them, and I find them really helpful to me. Just in a kind of I don't know, just feel like they're giving me some goodness, and I haven't felt very well recently. I feel much better now, but I think this will top me up in my minerals and such. And I've got decaffeinated coffee as well with almond milk. Alright, I'll see you in a bit.